It's been announced that two of Nebraska's biggest targets in the class of 2026 are committing very soon. So in today's video, I'm going to go over who these guys are, what they bring to the table, what days are they committing, and what are the odds that Nebraska lands both of them. So really quick, massive Huskers recruiting update for you guys today. Make sure to hit that like button. And also, if you're unsubscribed and a diehard Nebraska fan, hit that subscribe button. It's the holidays. Listen, we've been blowing up on the channel recently, talking daily Nebraska football content and Husker transfer portal updates that you're going to get nowhere else on YouTube. So listen, if you're a diehard Nebraska fan, if you give me one Christmas present, it's to hit that subscribe button. It would help me out greatly. I'm so appreciative of all of you guys. But without further ado, let's get into it, going over this huge Nebraska recruiting update in the class of 2026. Two of the Huskers' biggest targets have set official commitment dates. Let's get into the first one, a guy that I am extremely high on, the second best prospect, in my opinion, that the Huskers are after. This is Hunter Higgins, high 3-star, should be a 4-star prospect coming out of Kansas. He plays on that defensive line, 6'5", 240 pounds. He was the sack leader of the entire state of Kansas at one point in time this year. I mean, just an absolute a great pass rusher, a guy who can get to the quarterback in a multitude of ways, great swim move, great bull rush, a guy who's a good culture fit, a very hard worker. I mean, Hunter Higgins checks every single box. I've been high on this guy for a very long time. I believe he should be a top 200, top 100 prospect in America. And it was announced that he will commit on January 15th. He's down to 4 schools: Nebraska, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Kansas. Now, Nebraska's been the heavy favorite for a very long time, and I've been getting to know his dad over the last couple months, and he kind of told me the same thing, that Nebraska has really impressed Hunter, that the game day atmosphere is electric, that the coaching staff has done a really good job, getting to know Hunter. However, things have kind of took a bad turn for the Huskers over the past couple months. I think a lot of times these other schools have been very particular about what they're going to use Hunter in and how he's going to play, and I don't feel like Hunter's got the same, message from Nebraska. Obviously, things could have changed in the last weeks, but that's really what I've heard. But Nebraska is still a very big player in this process, again, committing on January 15th. I'd watch out for Wisconsin here, but this would be a big loss if the Huskers couldn't lock this down. Nebraska's been the favorite for a very long time. I think at the end of the day, they will land him, but watch out for Hunter Higgins, January 15th, really down to us or Wisconsin. I wouldn't expect Kansas or Michigan to get him, but this is a guy who constantly is visiting Nebraska. He's been on campus so many times, would be a huge addition. Again, this is a 4-star defensive lineman, one of the best players in the Midwest, in my opinion. This is, I think we compare him to Cade Petruzak, who was one of the best players in the Midwest in the class of 2025, coming out of North Dakota on that D-line. I think Hunter Higgins is better. That's how good I believe Hunter Higgins is. So gotta land him. That's the first guy. Second guy is also from Kansas in the secondary. J.J. Dunnigan will be committing January 2nd at the All-American game. Now, listen, this is a guy who's pretty much down to, I believe, 3 schools: Nebraska, Kansas State, and Kansas. Watching him on film, Nebraska's been very high on J.J. Dunnigan for a very long time. They told him early on this process that they wanted him most out of pretty much any other DB in this class. He's a guy with a freak potential, really good speed, can play corner, can play safety, 6'2", really high upside. One of the more underlooked players in this entire process. I think he should be a high 4-star as well. So Nebraska's trying to lock him down early. The one school I'd watch out for is Kansas State. He's actually a Kansas State legacy. His dad played football there. Of course, he's growing up in Manhattan, which is where the university is. So a little concerned about Kansas State here. On3 has it pretty close, but I like him a lot. Again, January 2nd, so he'll be committing pretty much right after New Year's, deciding between Nebraska and Kansas State. I like Nebraska's odds here. I actually think we do land him. Another guy who's visited time and time again. I mean, he's probably visited, I'll say 4 or 5 times over the last 2 years to Nebraska. So a guy who really, when you keep coming back, things are looking good there, and I think the staff's really made a good job trying to get this guy and lock him down. So watch out for J.J. Dunnigan, two of Nebraska's biggest Midwestern targets, both guys who I think have phenomenal upsides, and they're committing very soon. I know all our eyes on the transfer portal recently, but this is our bread and butter. This is how we're going to build a good program in the class of 2026 and beyond. Hopefully we can land both of these guys, because I really like them, and I think they're going to be really solid players. All right, guys, let me know down below your thoughts about both these guys who are committing very soon for Nebraska. Let me know in the comment section. Hey, if you made this far in the video, make sure to like button and subscribe. As always, folks, go Big Red, go Rhule, and see you in the next one.